Whichever team knocks down everybody else on the other team first wins. Or if there's only one person standing and you got at least three, you can win that way too. You can knock them down by punching, kicking, grappling. You can hit them with your weapon, you can hit them with your shield. You can do just about anything except stab them. The weapons are blunt, but they are the same size and weight as the real thing. The armor is the same size and weight as the real thing. The men are the real thing. And that's the real thing too, a local beauty. Or she could actually be from any of the 25 nations that are competing in this tournament. There were only three nations that put forth a 16-man team, and the United States and Poland are the ones who survived. So this is going to be a best-of-3 match. Whoever wins 2 rounds first wins the gold, and the other team wins the silver. We've got a packed house here in Malbork, Poland, a beautiful and historic city. The sun has conveniently gone behind a cloud, allowing for nice photography without harsh shadows, and to keep the weapons, the helmets themselves from getting hot. And here we go! Poland advances with the front line heavy on the eastern side. They've got 2 in reserve, 3 in reserve. The United States is holding its ground. They're allowing Poland to take most of the territory so that the United States has a short backfield. A little action on the eastern side here. A little cautious, feeling them out. Poleaxer trying to see if the man will stand up, trying to get a quick kill. 2 in the backfield just in case anyone breaks through. Right now the United States is standing in a line. Nobody wants to make the mistake. Nobody wants to lose the first blood. Swinging of bases, swinging of axes, and here comes Poland with a probe. Americans fought it back though. Poland retreated. Still, nobody wants to commit. Nobody wants to turn their back to anybody because it is perfectly legal to run into somebody and knock them down from behind. Poland is pressing forward slowly. The United States is giving ground at penetration on the western front, and there goes La Flecha. Damian DeGrazia of the American team, who has a tendency to run around and hit people like an arrow. And now we're underway. On the eastern front, there is a lot of banging. There is some holding of the line on the eastern front. The center is still staying steady. The center is still steady. I don't know what happened to La Flecha, but the United States is beginning to fight back now. Their backs are to the wall, and there's a big pile of bodies against the north wall. I wish I'd seen what had happened. Big pile of bodies against the north wall, both Russians and Poles. La Flecha is pinned against the back wall. The Poles are pushing the Americans into the corner. The Poles are giving a lot of damage, and there's an American grabbing a pole to use him as a convenient Polish meat shield. They pull him down, but a pole goes down with him. It looks like the last Americans are up against the wall as the Poles are running around trying to get the territory. There's an Axeman trying to put some damage on a pole to get him down. Ooh, that was a hard punch with the shield. The man in black is wrestling against one of the younger rookies on the American team. Let's see if he can take him out. Let's see how long he can hold up. The pole arms are continuing to come down on the American heads. Oh, that axe blow almost took one down. And then there's a big pile goes down, but there's an American left standing as a result. 3 Americans on 1 pole. Who's left? How many are standing? There's 1 pole left standing. How many Americans? At least 3. If the Russians stopped it for that reason, that means the United States wins. No, it's not over yet. There's still more than 1 pole up there. And the Americans push that one down, lose man in the process, but they have 4 men up. And the Poles have none. United States wins. Woo! The United States has won the first round in their championship match against Poland. I'm not going to lie. I am a fan. Poland takes the walk back to their line. That was a courageous but ultimately effective plan by the United States. They put their own backs to the wall and allowed Poland to take the field. Poland to take all the territory. In an earlier match of 5-on-5s, one team had chosen to take a corner. The English team had taken the corner, and Poland took the field, grabbed all the territory against them, and crushed England to win the gold in the 5-on-5s. This time, the United States turned the fact that they had a solid wall behind them into their advantage, and by sheer pugilism was able to beat Poland to the ground with 4 men left standing. That is courage, that is strength, that is guts, that is determination, folks. This is the toughest sport there is. Now, Poland has been good friends to the United States in this sport ever since we first got involved. I am American, so yes, I do have a little bit of American pride here. But the home team's crowd is not going to cheer for the visitor no matter how much they love them, because the home team is still the home team, and this being Malbork, Poland, Poland is the home team. So you hear them chanting the name of Poland, in Polish of course, because that's the language they speak here. Yes, I see you're all popping up on the chat there. Unfortunately, I can't answer what's up there right now because it's in Polish and I have to keep my eye on the screen. The screen I am seeing is the exact same screen that you are seeing, so if something happens off of it, forgive me, I don't know what it is. Like, for instance, how that big pile went down against the back wall there. Hopefully we'll get it on replay afterwards. I've got 3 cameras out there right now shooting for American Knights, my documentary about the American team. Find it on Facebook, American Knights, the movie. While you're at it, if you have any questions or comments about what I'm doing, feel free to post it up on that page. American Knights on Facebook. It's a movie. And there's Paul Friedel, I've been told, not Freitel, the one with the face on his face, whom the French call Fasnoir. Steven Schroeder was to the left of him, to the right of him. And here we go! Poland again, advancing in a line with 2 men behind. The United States sticking to the plan. Backs against the wall. No backfield. Poland probes early. Poland probes quickly. The Western Front is not staying quiet. The one in the white face and white and black face, that's Pat Brooks, son of Jay Brooks. And now here comes another Poland interloper. He is quick. He is being beaten up, but he has not gone down, so he is distracting 1, 2, 3 Americans against the wall. That's Captain Andrzej Sanu trying to throw him down. If he takes down Andrzej, that'll be a moral and effective victory for the Poles. Andrzej went down for the sake of taking down that penetrator. Nope, I am wrong. I'm wrong. Andrzej is still up. And so that penetration was an opportunity for the Poles, but the Americans appear to have come out ahead of that one. But still, there's a man in the backfield of the Poles, a man in near backfield. The rest are on a front line, and the Yanks have pretty much got their backs against the wall, just like 1978 in New York City. Baseball reference. Oh, big cluster in the corner. Big cluster in the corner. That looks like Simon bear hugging that guy into the fence. There's another guy in the corner. Paul Friedel is soaking up some damage, grabbing onto an enemy. Headbutts, perfectly legal in this game. An American goes down with the pole. The Poles are using their giant choppers and their giant falchions to do damage against the Americans. There's a breakout on the west. 2 Poles have lost their weapons and are going back to get new ones. La Fletcher went out to pursue them. A Polish runner has chased after him. The Polish runner now has him pinned up against the wall. They know La Fletcher. They know the damage he can do. They are beating him on his legs. That's what Damien uses as his tool to work with. He is pushing him down, but that's not the main battle. The main battle is still against the fence. That's Bobby D facing off against 2 guys soaking up damage. La Fletcher has been taken down. The United States has lost one of its weapons, and they are beating on Bobby D. And the referee calls a stop to it and puts him down. There might have been a reason for that. The Poles are beating on the surviving Americans. They're pounding the snot out of them right now. There's Treadlock kicking at the leg. He's being pulled out of the battle. He might have kicked the side of the knee, which is illegal. That's Cat Brooks there, son of the leader of the team, son of Executive Officer Jay Brooks. They're trying to pull him down by hooking around the back of his neck. He is not going down. He is soaking up the damage. He will not fall. He will not fall. There are more than 3 against him. That means there must be another American up. They just took him down. Poland wins. Poland has more than 3 men up. America has only 1. and the hometown crowd goes wild. That's the flag, that's the cracked-off eagle, the flag of the royal, the historical flag of the royalty of Poland. Now, these 16-man teams are actually comprised of 21 men. All the extras wait outside and go in shifts if anyone in the field needs a relief in between rounds. It looks like Poland is doing that now. I can assure you so is the United States. There's the crowd now, a lot of tension going on. There you see Cat Brooks soaking up the damage. They're hitting him in the shoulder. They're hitting him in the head. The shoulder is a dangerous place to hit him because there could be a gap between the armor. And then he hooks the pole arm around his head. He's being beaten on the head. He's being pulled down. He is trying the best he can to stand up, knowing that there must be at least one other American alive if there are 3 poles on him. And they beat him some more. Then they beat him some more. The pole is willing to go down because he knows he has plenty of other men on his side. And finally, Cat goes down. But here's what happened. Those 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 poles who were still standing and beating on the last 2 Americans, they got tired. But those 2 Americans, they stood up while the rest of the American team rested. But then again, that's not 100% win for the Americans because the poles who were tired switched out for fresh poles. So, we're going to see if that strategy works. Is the United States going to stay with their backs against the wall plan? Or are they going to mix it up? Try to add a little bit more dynamism. Traditionally, the United States has had 3 sections, north, center, right, and left, known as the good, bad, and the ugly. And somebody's down on the American side. The medics are checking, I see to him right now, carefully removing his armor. That stuff's expensive after all, to try to see if there's any damage that will require use of a stretcher or anything else. There have been 1 or 2 stretcher cases so far. You'll see folks around here with bandages around their fingers, 1 or 2 people walking with a limp. But surprisingly, there have been no deaths in the sport. That's Simon. And that's Simon Rorich from Arizona, a member of the Desert Demons in the Armored Combat League. He has taken a lot of pain in the sport. In real life, he is the head of an electronics company, and he also moonlights as a bouncer. He's one of those perfectly nice guys that you would not want to mess with, which makes him a perfect man for this sport. So the Americans are coming in, taking their positions on the field, the good, bad, and the ugly. The referee is checking up. They're counting up to make sure that each side has only 16, exactly 16, and no more or less than 16 men. If you are going to drink or take anything to drink or put anything in your mouth, do it right now, chew it, swallow it, and get done. Because this is going to be one slobber knocker fest of a fight if there ever was one. That there is Paul Friedel, the Fasnoir. And here we go. The Americans are advancing and stopping. The Americans are keeping their back-to-the-wall strategy. Poland is going with its front line, 2 in reserve, but the reserve is a lot closer to the front line than it was before. A couple of probing shots there from the Poles, looking for openings, do a little damage. Bobby D there with the cage face, Paul Friedel with the face. A little action on the eastern side. Looking for that opening, but Bobby D is a lefty. Action on the west. The Poles have penetrated to the corner. That's where the action is. Let's see what's going on. Someone is being held up against the rail on the western side by 3 Americans and being pounded. There is a pole on the ground, so the Americans might outnumber. Ooh, a front kick answered by a left jab. Now the man in the big black armor is trying to headbutt our American, trying to take him down. He's being punished with some axe work. Steven Schrader is trying to peel him off. He goes down. Another American goes down. The man in black is still up. The Poles have got the Americans surrounded and are doing damage. Oh, a pole went down and talked Paul Friedel out of it. Bobby D is still up. There goes an American trying to take him down, took him down, but another American went down with him. That's not good. Here comes a Pole. He's about to face Jay Brooks. Meanwhile, back in the corner, the man in black is attacking the guy with the spiky helm. There goes Jay Brooks attacking him with the Axe of Doom. The man in black has just put down the American he was facing. Spiky helm is looking for someone to hit. Spiky helm is trying to help out the northeast corner. The northeast corner is still contested, but with the Poles on the outside. The northeast corner is a slugfest. Spiky helm is up against black armor. Spiky helm puts down black armor. Here comes Poland against spiky helm. A Polish guy pushes down spiky helm and this fellow Pole as well. The last man in the corner has got two men on him. I'm going to suspect that's someone from the northeast because of the black and white mantle. The northwest corner is all down. You got two Americans and two Poles pounding on each other in the corner. The referees are calling a stop to the action. Woo! Okay, I'm going to make a request to the playback crew that we use all our cameras for the playback if we have the time. Thank you, Malbork. You have been wonderful to us these past 4 and 5 days. And the American team lining up to show their love and appreciation. The American and the Polish flags being waved. That's William Bam Bam Woodbury, another one of the Desert Demons from Arizona. That's Ryan Weaver with the green shield there on the outside of the American lines, one of the veterans of the team. And also one of the biggest hearts on the team. Poland is chanting USA. Poland is now jumping on the fence so that they can wave to the crowd. The Americans are following suit. We're not copycats, we're just appreciating a good thing. There's Stephen Schrader there. The ones in the medieval clothes in the background, those are all participants in this event. They're camp followers, they're support staff, they're merchants. That's Bobby Dionisio with the cage face. Jay Brooks there. No, that's Simon. It looks like he's up. No, that's Paul Friedel. Hard to tell from behind. Oof. Wow, I don't know about you folks. That was exciting. As the commuter train goes across the background, showing the juxtaposition along with the Jumbotron between the modern and the medieval worlds that happens here at the IMCF World Championships. Some fans watching who obviously did not pay tickets for seats, watching from the battlements. There's Paul Friedel and Ryan Weaver. Friedel, I was told it was Friedel. Paul Friedel and Ryan Weaver. And now we are going to have what we call the all-on-all. Everybody fights everybody. Now, obviously, some people are going to be in better shape for fighting than others at this point. The principle of the all-in-all is everybody who wants to fight, get in the fight. Get in the ring, we'll make up sides when we get there. That way, everybody can get in all the fighting they want. Those of you who saw it last night and the night before know that it can be pretty rough and pretty exciting because you're not fighting for national championships anymore. You're just fighting because you want to. So you see a lot of aggression there, a lot of aggression in the all-in-alls. But before we get there, let's give a little bit more time to Poland. There is Poland taking a victory march through the field for the appreciative hometown. The survivors are being moved into the center of the field. There are too many dead bodies in the middle. Let's see, what do we got here? We got 2 Americans against the fence. We got 4 Poles in the field. It's 4 against 2. That makes 2 per man. Let's see how they do it. They start with the one-on-one. And they do a very popular move, which is one guy grabs, the other guy pounds. The 2 of them took down 1 American. That's 4-on-1. Poland wins. And Poland wins. Poland has won the 16-man gold medal at the second International Medieval Conference Federation World Championships in their hometown of Malbork, Poland. The crowd goes wild. The team goes wild. The royal flag of Krakow is waved. And there was much rejoicing. Little emergency helmet removal. And hugs and love. That has been the punchline of the day. Hugs and love. Okay, that was a Polish beauty. The Poles cannot believe how hard some of these Americans are. Smile for the camera. Hi, Mom. Big respect for how hard all these fighters fought today. Big respect. That's Damian de Gracia, La Flecha in the center background there. That's the guy who was running around. He was given that nickname by the Spanish team after last year's championships in Belmonte. Karolina Rostonkowicz says, yes, thank you, Polish Knights. Randy Ulan says, hell of a match, well won, Poland. Jean-Marie Maho says, one more time, congratulations, Poland. Kyria Trajata says, sad we didn't win, but Poland was awesome to watch through all of this, well done. Ramon Maldonado says, frack, it was a nail-biter and not an easy win. Congratulations, Poland. Darius Jezczak says something in Polish that I cannot read. Oh, he's asking why there was no Russia. Long story. We'll talk about it later when I am far less sober. There's the action in the corner. There's the action in the northeast corner. This was the last action of the game. Pointy Head was not watching his back as the man in black took him from behind. And the teams are lining up to bow and say thank you to the audience. Thank you, Poland. Crowd. As they're saying dziękuję, which means thank you. Means thank you in Polish. A lot of good, strong Polish faces in the crowd. Well, everybody thought that the United States would be, and Poland would be fighting for a gold medal somewhere. The United States wound up taking the bronze in the 5-on-5. They wound up not even advancing, only getting one victory in the 10-on-10, a new category. But in the 16-on-16, they won often enough to advance to the final round where they got to face Poland. They went in with a strong game plan that worked for the first round, but Poland proved their professionalism and excellence and experience by adjusting their game plan. They managed to achieve a greater degree of a more effective degree of pugilism. And there's Simon Rorich giving the thumbs up as he's wheeled out on the stretcher. That man is one tough sumbitch, as we say in the United States. Nicest guy you'll ever want to meet. He's a bit of an out there guy. He doesn't fit into a lot of molds that you might expect for this sort of sport. A lot of the United States team is made up of soldiers and cops, corrections officers, Air Force, Navy, what have you. A lot of martial artists and so forth, but not everyone. And that is why the United States is the nation of e pluribus unum, out of many one. There is, that's Bam Bam enjoying a warm moment with the fans, posing for pictures there. Some nicely dressed friends, participants. Damien de Grazia, La Flecha, with sweat coming off of every part of his face. Andre Sanu, Captain America, the leader of the field commander of the American team. Boy. Okay, if you don't think this is hard work, that's not plastic or fiberglass armor out there. Those aren't boffer weapons out there. This ain't no LARP. This is no live-action role-playing game. That's my lady. Hi, baby. That's Maria Dedvikai, my girlfriend. She has been with me all 4 years that I've come to this event. She supports me, and I love her for that. I could not do this without her for so many reasons, and I'm proud to do this for her for so many reasons. Yeah, this ain't no live-action role-playing game. There's the Polish team getting together. This is full-contact medieval armored combat. Those armored suits are between 40 and 70, maybe even 80 pounds, depending on how big you are and what style of armor you're wearing.